And a pleasant good evening, everybody. You're watching a presentation of NPSL Soccer here on the New Haven United YouTube channel. This is the home opener for the defending 2026 North Atlantic Conference champions, New Haven United, who are entering tonight's match on a 1-0 start to the season, knocking off Osners FC by 2-1. They welcome in the New York Shockers, who were the opponent for New Haven United one season ago in the conference tournament semifinals. That was a game where New Haven won by 2-1. It was the Shockers who had a little bit of a tricky season 1 year ago, but ultimately it was the Shockers who ultimately got off to a great start this season, winning their first two games of the campaign, knocking off first American Soccer Club New York by 2-1, and then last week went up to Merrimack College in Massachusetts and knocked off Santa Cruz FC, who are one of the new teams in the league this season, by 6-1. Yusuf Okine with a hat trick in that one. Marcelo Fazio with a pair of goals as well. They did see a straight red card to one of their players, and that would be Samuel Greenberg, so he is not eligible today. So a couple of changes expected for the Shockers in today's contest. Meanwhile, for New Haven, an impressive victory in a game that is always going to be challenging against Osners, a very older squad, a team that, well, really they like to go a bit direct at times. They're a team that will make you fight for the full 90 minutes. Guillermo Mera getting on the board early on. A ball clipped over the top from Parker Vosic, a new player who you will see here this evening, and putting it away. And then after conceding a goal shortly after, it was Jack Laura getting his first goal of the season after Mera was able to swing one into a good spot. And New Haven ended up taking all 3 points in that one. So that's where tonight's matchup stands. We're just a few moments away from kickoff, but first off, New Haven United would like to take a moment to thank all of its partners for this season, as the program now in its second year in NPSL play would like to thank its partners. First off, Torco, a trusted leader in plumbing, HVAC, kitchen, bath, and industrial supply solutions across the Northeast. Also, this evening's contest is supported by Frutigman and Billings, helping students and families unlock academic success through personalized education support and learning solutions. Advanced Endodontics of New Haven, a company providing advanced patient-focused dental and endodontic care to communities across Connecticut, as well as Frank Esposito and Sons, trusted providers of industrial, commercial, and residential cleaning services throughout the state of Connecticut. We are just only a handful of moments away from this evening's contest. What we will do is we'll keep you with live pictures. I'm JJ Duke, by the way. Thanks for spending your evening here with us. We will keep you with live pictures. We'll have the player walkout and starting lineups and national anthem being played in just a couple of minutes, and then I will rejoin you with commentary of this NPSL matchup between two clubs who are off to good starts but wanting to keep things going. I get that done, I will load up. Have an anthem ready to go. Sorry, Joey, when I hear that there's some, when I hear you like talking, saying something's wrong, you can't hear me, that's where I'm like, wait, am I not live? That's me. So just.
I was talking about something else, but like,
okay.
we're fine.
Because I saw that was unfrozen.
Yeah, that's fine. That's just a monitor.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Reed Stadium on the campus of Yale University for this evening's NPSL matchup between the New York Shockers and New Haven United FC. Fans, this evening's match wouldn't be possible without the great support of our partners for this 2026 season. Torco, a trusted leader in plumbing, HVAC, kitchen, bath, and industrial supply solutions across the Northeast. This evening's match is also proudly supported by Frutigman and Billings, helping students and families unlock academic success through personalized education support and learning solutions. This evening's match is also brought to you by Endodontics, Advanced Endodontics of New Haven, providing advanced patient-focused dental and endodontic care to communities across Connecticut. And finally, we would like to show our appreciation to Frank Esposito and Sons, a trusted provider of industrial, commercial, and residential cleaning services throughout the state of Connecticut. In just a moment, we will welcome out the players for this evening's match.
Look out that way. That's it. You're good. You can go a lot more if you want to.
So can I come here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep going. Keep going.
That's all
Do
good.
your worst. But look at that corner because that's what you're right.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Okay.
You can hear it.
So I'm going to be kind of moving around. You're good right there. Hope you enjoy this evening. But I might be going.
And ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to Reese Stadium on the campus of Yale University as we welcome the teams out to the field for this NPSL North Atlantic Conference matchup. Let's welcome the teams, the New York Shockers and your New Haven United FC. Here are this evening's starting lineups, first for visiting New York. In goal, wearing number 1, Benjamin Van Valkenburg. In the field, number 4, Ruud Apollon. Number 5, Aiden Hallinan. Number 7, Yusuf O'Kine. Number 9, Brandon DaCosta. Number 10, Ben Bittum. Number 14, Rowan Slater. Number 15, Bradley Warren. Number 19, Amus Mohammed Ali. Number 21, Marcelo Michael. And number 23, Seth Storano. And now the starting lineup for your home team, New Haven United FC. In goal, wearing number 1, Christian Rodriguez. In the field, number 2, Malik Sam. Number 3, Yusuf Mohammed. Number 4, Jack Laura. Number 5, Ulysses Hendricks. Number 6, Arthur Bossage. Number 7, Lucas Almeida. Number 9, Ali Talib. Number 10, Guillermo Mera. Number 17, Solomon Adu. And number 25 is Agnaldo Germano. Fans, at this time, we please ask if you're able to kindly rise and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem of the United States of America. Thanks so much for coming out and supporting New Haven United on this beautiful evening. Enjoy the soccer.
Sunday evening with us. A bit of a warm one here in New Haven, but just a few moments away from opening kickoff against these two teams that certainly have a familiarity with each other. These two squads met a few times over the course of last season. At home for New Haven, it was a victory. Excuse me, just lost my train of thought there. It was a home draw against the Shockers last season, where actually New Haven had a couple of red cards in that match. Preston Alessio picked up a pair of yellow cards late on, and then Albert Porqueros got got sent off in stoppage time. And then going up on the road, it was New York who won that goal by just the solitary 1-0 margin. But New Haven got their revenge in the postseason, as we mentioned, after going down early. It was Dren DeBruno, who's now plying his trade in MLS Next Pro, getting the equalizer before Guillermo getting the winner in the second half. New Haven would then ultimately go on and win the conference title by virtue of an own goal before taking on Westchester United SC out of the Keystone Conference and losing 4-0 in that one. But good experience for the then first season team, now 1 year older, 1 year wiser, as Claudius Capillari will send out this group who are donning the new red jerseys here tonight. Last year it was the white and the blue. Now add red to the mix as our referee is just about ready to go here. A bit windy here as well. It is at the backs of New Haven. And we are underway in this, the first home game of the 2026 season. You weren't able to hear it on the starting lineup announcements earlier. Here are the first 11s for both of these teams. First, for visiting New York, Benjamin Van Valkenburg gets his season debut for the Shockers. He's in goal. Numerically in the field, Ruud Apollon wears 4, Eden Hallinan wears 5, Yusuf Okine up front, as we mentioned, coming off of a hat trick against Santa Cruz last weekend. He wears 7. Brandon DaCosta wears the 9. Ben Bitton wears 10. Rowan Slater 14. Bradley Warren 15. Abus Mohammed Ali 19. Marcelo Michael wears 21. Seth Scarano, the longtime member of the Shockers, wears the number 23. Not able to win corners. That was well defended by Yusuf Mohammed. And here are the team news for New Haven. There will be a debut for Christian Rodriguez in goal, who will be heading up to the University of Vermont in the fall. A program that a couple of seasons ago won the national championship. He'll be going up to Burlington in a couple of months' time. In the field, Malik Sams wears 2, Mohammed wears 3, Jack Laura, who earlier on the season was part of Hartford Athletic, also previously with NYCFC 2 in MLS Next Pro, wears 4, Ulysses Hendricks wears 5, Parker Vosic wears number 6. He's on the opposite side of this double pivot in the midfield. That was Laura who conceded possession. Lucas Almeida, coming off of an outstanding season for Siena last fall, wears 7. Ali Taleb, who will be playing at the University of New Haven in the fall, wears 9. Guillermo Mera, as we said, keep an eye for him out on the right wing, the opposite side of the field. He'll wear 10. Solomon Adu, 17. And Agnaldo Germano, who was an all-conference honoree at Post, the Division II program in Waterbury. He'll be at FAU in fall. He wears 25. And here's Apollon in the midfield. The native of Port-au-Prince, Haiti, former junior college All-American at Herkimer, draws a foul. A couple of early whistles from our center referee. Haven operating in the flat 4 in the back. It looks like a little bit of a triangle in the midfield for the Shockers. New York, over the years, they have been a team that have been dependent on playing direct, but they do have players with a great amount of quality up front. A couple of years ago, and a player that is registered, my understanding, this year, Filippo Belliu, who scored double figures a couple of years ago, and the last time the Shockers won the North Atlantic Conference title, actually got all the way to the national quarterfinal round of the East Region run. As Mohammed once again defending that well and out for a goal kick. Not available here this evening. This was a team for the Shockers last year that really struggled to hit the back of the net. They scored just a grand total of 10 goals over the course of the regular season. That's a 10-match regular season. A team that had scored as many as 25 in a regular season campaign. But yeah, seeing the goals fly in early, including the hat trick from Okine, and also getting the couple against American Soccer Club, with Thomas Sam scoring an absolute screamer off the volley in second half stoppage time to get the win in that one. This time in the season in the NPSL, with the regular season running through the early part of July, you want to get off to a good start. That is a clattering tackle, but advantage played here for Lucas Almeida. Here's Mero with a chance, and it's forced just wide. It's a good save from Van Valkenburg as he had to go down and parry it around the post. Oh, that was a real grade A scoring opportunity off of a giveaway. And an absolute crunching tackle as New Haven will play short. This is with Hendricks in the area, still 5 to serve to. Awkward deflection into the grateful hands of Van Valkenburg. And he'll just allow everyone to play up. Also, in addition to the wind going right in his face, Benjamin also with the sun right in his eyes as it sets behind the Cy Lacrosse Fieldhouse off to our right. That's why it's actually pretty important to win the coin toss here in these games. But as I was saying, in a 10-match regular season in NPSL, if you can get points on the board early, you're going to be set up for really good success while everyone else starts to figure it out, which is actually what New Haven did well last season, along with Hartford City, who are no longer in play in NPSL. Get a few wins going early, start to feel comfortable about yourself, and New Haven actually did hit a little bit of a rut in the middle part of the conference season last year. It was back-to-back victories against Osners and Hartford City. Then you get the draw against the Shockers. And then a handful of losses and a draw, a 3-3 one in there against American Soccer Club. Before New Haven found the right momentum to make the playoff run that they did. This is a good ball to the back post from Manor off the volley. Oh my! Oh, he's at it again. Mera inside 6 minutes, and New Haven lead.
New Haven United FC goal scored by number 10, Guillermo Mera.
As you see it on replay, it's an absolute stunner of a finish off the volley. It's a ball that was just floated to the back post, and absolutely nothing Van Valkenburg could do about it. Guillermo scored 4 goals in his first season, carried it over to University of New Haven as he garnered all-conference, all-rookie accolades. And now in his second campaign in the NPSL, he is one of the featured players to watch, the native of Brazil. And now the Shockers, for the first time really this season, playing from behind. Speaking with one of their assistants prior to the start of the match, and said that it was a bit of a surprise for them a week ago going up to Santa Cruz, and that match being played at Merrimack College up in North Andover, Massachusetts, and said that goals came really quick and early on, and almost before the game got settled in. It was just surprising how quickly and efficient New York were in front of goal. But again, now all of a sudden you're on the road, you know, have traffic on a Sunday coming down from the capital region in New York State, and now you're chasing the game. Here is Laura out of the back. Jack, formerly out of the University of Connecticut, around 40 appearances for the Huskies before playing with NYCFC2. And then he was one of those players back in March that were signed to a short-term contract with the USL Championship side Hartford Athletic. As this is going to be a foul, Mara draws the whistle. Now, this is range last season where Dren De Bruyne scored an absolute screamer. It was against Hartford City, and it was right about from this distance, albeit on the closer side of the field, that De Bruyne went for goal. And with the wind at the back and the sun in the face of the goalie, it would not surprise me if Mera, who cannot even get the ball to sit, wouldn't surprise me that he would go for goal. I mean, this is 35 yards out or so away. But if you can get this on target, you never quite know. Instead, he clips it into the box and cleared away first time of asking. As now the Shockers just trying to break out of their own end through Bradley Warren, but well tackled off by Vasic. Kept on here by Almeida, and he skips past one. Last-ditch tackle by Aiden Hallinan. And now the Shockers can break. Big switch out wide is a successful one, but the wind was holding it enough for Malik Sams to take it away. And Sams has players inside the area. Taleb and Almeida, but he does well to win a corner. Ali Taleb, certainly a player to keep an eye on over the course of the season, a player who stood out at Northern Kentucky 4 goals last season, 2 goals and an assist the year prior, but in his first season at AIC, he was the NE10 Rookie of the Year. That's a great ball whipped in. A necessary header by Apollon to clear it away. And now here is Almeida. But didn't get enough behind it. And the Shockers again just trying to clear. That's going to work out here for Brandon DaCosta. DaCosta with absolutely no help at the moment. Sees a trio of New Haven defenders take it off of him. It's going to be a tough one here with anything that you have a ball over the top. And the amount of defenders that are on him, yeah, you're going to need help. And that's a late one on the opposite side of the field. And the referee's going to ask for a word here. That foul being assessed on DaCosta, and that's a little bit more of a frustration one than anything else. Because DaCosta was camped on an island. New Haven will play out of the back. Vosic now, Middletown, Connecticut native. Wrapped up his senior season at URI, also just graduated. And here he is playing on a Sunday evening. Veteran in NPSL, spent the last 3 seasons with Hartford City before they closed operations in the NPSL. A guy that's an absolute worker on the ball, and he'll do a lot of the little things and do them well. No doubt that fans here at New Haven United are going to enjoy having the number 6 in the midfield. And takes over a jersey, both literally on the number that he wears and position-wise, that was left by Alexi Armas, who's now in his first professional season with Westchester in USL League One, and already off to a really good start there. Armas, a fan favorite with the club last season for just his tenacious effort and his ability just to win the ball pretty much anywhere on the field. Certainly you're going to get a lot of that with Vosic. It'll be a throw for the host with the goal scorer in Mera, who scored in the 6th minute. Agnaldo Germano. Great season that he had in his first campaign with Post, all region by United Soccer coaches. Also all conference in the CACC, and he'll be playing down south in Florida at FAU next fall. Laura into the pocket for Almeida, who dances by a couple. Not on the safe wavelength there. That move was certainly building into something, but Yusuf Mohammed not able to get to it. Solomon Adu, Southern Connecticut State product. Ball into the channel for Taleb. Looked like it was going to be something out of nothing there, but he makes it. Ball for Almeida goes over him. I'm not sure if Lucas got a shout there to leave it. It was a little bit too tall for him nonetheless, but really well done by Ali Taleb to make something out of nothing. That ball looked like it wasn't played in the right area that anybody wanted to go chase after, but Ali made it. Created a good look. There's Taleb continuing the chase. I was speaking about Ali in his previous 2 seasons at Northern Kentucky, but his first season in college soccer, that was at AIC in the NE10, 7 goals and 2 assists across 18 matches. So basically a goal contribution every other game in the NE10, which is a conference that is one of those leagues that I'd say more than half of those teams can compete really well in a number of Division I conferences. Franklin Pierce a couple of years ago, they had this near 3 calendar year unbeaten run, and winning a national championship in the process is a chance now for the visitors to get forward with O'Kine. That ball going into touch. As fans continuing to file in here at Reese Stadium on this Sunday evening, a busy Sunday evening with already something happening across the street with Yale baseball hosting what is the championship round game in the Ivy baseball tournament. As we saw Brian Ham's squad leading 7-3 in the 4th inning. That'll be a foul on Sams, operating out of that right back spot on the field. Haven operating with that 4-2-3-1. Vasic just sliding in underneath Taleb. And I think the beauty of it, looking at this New Haven roster this season, there is a lot of depth. Kind of player availability or previous commitments. It always tends to be something in NPSL. There's very few players that will actually see out the entirety of the season. And it's a credit to the ones that are able to do so. Because again, you're playing a lot of matches in a very short period of time. It's a 10-week regular season, and sometimes just on facility availability. This is not just specific to here, but any place in the league. You have to play double match weeks. So if someone can hang and play every match and you're doing something right, as that was a whistle and a free kick coming here for the hosts, as Adu was clipped. Solomon now with a opportunity. It actually goes short with Sams, and Mohammed does ever so well to keep it on. Right shot of a handball, but not called. And it'll be a corner to come, because again, you can hear the absolute wind howling through here in New Haven. As I try to turn myself not only to shield our camera operator, but to also take away as much wind going into the microphone as possible. But there'll be a corner kick to come here. Vasic clips it into the back post, just a little bit too tall for the onrushing Agnaldo Germano. Out for a goal kick. But anyways, going back to what New Haven have to offer this year, they have depth at just about every position. You look at the players that are registered. We already saw Preston Alessio available last week. An outstanding season for the Yukon Huskies and helping them get to the Big East tournament final in the third round of the NCAA tournament. He had a great first campaign with New Haven last year. Tyrone Malengo, a captain from a season ago, not available due to picking up a knock last week, but certainly someone that will provide the energy and consistency out of the back line. Sumir Desnitsa is also registered once again. The Lafayette player who was a standout winger for the team last year. Alex Vaz, fans be pretty familiar with him, a Fairfield University product. Local player by way of Trumbull, Connecticut. So you have all these players that have come together over not only last season and this season, but have a number have played together through the youth ranks over the season. As Cladis Capillari, the head coach, former Hartford Athletic Academy coach, and took a lot of these players in. So the familiarity is there, the regular training is there, and now it's just getting the job done week in, week out. Ball played over the top, keeper in Rodriguez well off of his line, but good recovery by Laura. It is a throw to come for the Shockers here in the 18th minute. Again, the only tally coming from Gainer Mera in the 6th minute off the half volley. That's the difference in this game. Possession inside the first 90 seconds or so, and getting down this right side, they really haven't had much to shout about. Oh, that's a shout. As O'Kine goes down, he's looking at the referee, but it'll just be a throw. Yusuf was certainly looking for that one. There was, to be fair, a little bit of contact, but not enough to warrant the whistle from the referee. Yeah, really good pressing there from Taleb, forcing issues from Apollon and Hallinan to go back to Van Valkenburg, who also denied Mara about the 4th minute. Benjamin plays that straight into touch, and it'll be a New Haven throw. Both teams, again, unbeaten thus far to start the season. 3 straight away matches for the Shockers. Scoring 8, conceding 2. You'll take the 6 points in hand. I mean, when you see the schedule come out and you say 3 away to start the season, a foul throw gets called. Haven't seen one of those get called in a while. It's a great switch out wide by Rowan Slater. But yeah, if you're the Shockers, you're already happy with the way that this season has started. Get 6 points away from home early on, And then to think about after today, 5 of the final 7 matches will be at the Afram Sports Park. You're okay with that. You're still putting yourself into contention to be the best team in the regular season in this a 6-team conference. For those who tuned in over the course of our broadcast last season, but maybe a little unfamiliar to what the NPSL is looking like this season, there's 8 conferences across the country. Still have the Burrito Boys, El Farolito, who are a finalist in the NPSL, doing the job out in the West. About a handful of new teams coming into the North Atlantic Conference. More on that in a second here as Adu skates past a couple. He's got 2 with him. Reverses now. It's Mohammed now Adu. And that's going to come back as that ball hit the referee. Unlucky there because Parker Vosic was very much in. But yeah, so the returning teams, obviously New Haven comes back in. You have the American Soccer Club of New York, the Shockers, and Osners. And then 2 new teams, AC Newport. Good to have Rhode Island back represented in the NPSLs. It's been a number of years. They have their first season in Santa Cruz FC up in Massachusetts. Could also have the Boston area-ish back in. Actually, they're in action right now. I believe they're playing Newport. So if we have an opportunity to check in on what's happening over there, we will. There's a free kick for the Shockers in their own half of the field. JJ Duke here with you. Thanks again for spending your Sunday evening here with us. And it's kind of funny because last year, the 5 home matches in the regular season plus the 1 postseason match, I do not think we had a day as good as this. Yes, the wind, obviously, but I think it rained for 3 of the 5 regular season matches. And then we had one day where it was about 90 degrees at kickoff. I can't really complain about this. Yeah, it's, temperatures hovering in the mid-80s earlier today, but this is about as good as you can get leading into Memorial Day weekend, next weekend. Vosic again. New Haven looking a little narrow for a moment. Now Mara has gone back out wide. And it goes out to the man from Brazil. So dangerous out on that right wing. Cuts inside. That one comfortable for Van Valkenburg. Already the 3rd shot on goal for the Charger. A good pressing, though, from New Haven. It nearly came to something, as it was Mara combining with Taleb and Hendricks. Foul in the midfield on New Haven. Meanwhile, Christian Rodriguez in his debut for New Haven. He's the goalie. We haven't talked about him because, well, he hasn't had much to do. Last week, I should say, it was John Takuch who wrapped up his senior season at Malloy, a Division II program in the East Coast Conference, who was in between the posts for New Haven in that game. Great turn away from pressure, and Hendricks nearly gets a foot in. That was late as well, but Adu is able to find an outlet. But now the referee's going to bring this back as it is Ulysses Hendricks who has stayed down. Hendricks, the native of Belgium, played a couple of seasons at East Tennessee State in the Southern Conference and a former all-freshman team honoree in that league. One of a couple of players that are registered in this year's squad who hail from Belgium, the other being Benjamin Fogarty, who we'll see later on. Ball into the channel here for the aforementioned Hendricks. That took a deflection, and it will be a corner to come. New Haven going short. Matera dancing around a rash tackle, and that's beautiful skill. There'll be a free kick to come, and this is a great area for the left-footed winger to go for goal. That was a bit late from Ben Bitten, who wears number 10 for New York. The native of Munich, Germany, one of a number of Siena players on this field this evening. Siena in Loudonville, New York, not too far away from where the Shockers have their home base. And over the years, the Shockers have been able to utilize Siena players and UAlbany players, and when College of St. Rose is around, same thing. But Mara now, this is the ideal spot for him. About 26 yards away from goal. Handful in the wall here for the Shockers. Mara gets it around. It's another save. Van Valkenburg denying Mara twice. Early stages was able to fight off a chance that was from point blank. That time reacting well to his right. And if you're Guilherme, you do everything right in that situation. You put one on target. You force the goalie to make a save, and you just tip your hat and move on. The keeper did exactly that. Not a bad ball into the air, but no one was chasing after. However, New Haven back in possession, this with Sams. Now Matero once again, he's got two in the box to aim for. That was cut out well. Now a chance here for the visitors to break, but it's a slack back pass. Better tackle, though, from Apollon. And he had to time that one right, otherwise Taleb was in. It was Muhammad Ali trying to link up with O'Kine. Well cut out. Good talk is Hendricks hearing the shouts of his teammates, and we'll just reset. Interesting, we haven't even mentioned the couple of outstanding strikers this New York team has to offer with DaCosta and O'Kine. Even Seth Scarano can provide the service out wide. But it's basically been all the hosts here in the first 25 minutes. Good step, though, from Rowan Slater. But what a ball recovery from Edu. Solomon was able to win it back, gets the whistle.
Quick, boys! On left, on left!
And again, New Haven just playing quick.
Watch outside, you! Half space, Abus, half space!
Edu down the line for Vasic.
Mark!
And Yusuf Mohammed a chance to serve, not a bad area. Vasic was onside, so go back now with Mohammed. But really, if you're New Haven and Claudius Capillari, you have to be happy with the way that this match has gone thus far. Had a heavy dose of the possession, number of touches in the attacking third and even in the opponent's penalty area. You force saves out of the keeper. And really, if it isn't for the man between the posts and Benjamin Van Valkenburg, it's probably a different game. Maybe 2 or 3-0 to the hosts, but instead it's just the one. It also should be mentioned as well, New York very short on the bench here this evening. They have the minimum 3 amount of subs. Tyler Brennan, the reserve goalkeeper, Gus Wilmore, and Godfred Basigi, the 2 field players. So this is going to be one of those situations here that the players out there are going to have to log a lot of minutes. And again, because of the fact that it's warm but not warm enough to bring in the mandatory hydration break. If it's above 85 degrees, you have to go on with it. That almost worked perfectly if you're the Shockers. Have a whistle in there, almost break the game up into quarters like we'll see with the Men's World Cup starting in a couple of weeks' time. With those mandatory water breaks after 23 minutes. Free kick for New Haven. Again, lone goal scored in the 6th minute from Guilherme Matera, a floated ball to the back post. There he was able to volley past the keeper. Good step from Edu. Taleb. It's the ball that he could have went square to Almeida. Set out for a goal kick. Still more than a quarter hour left to go here in the first half at Reese Stadium. We don't have official statistics, but shots at 6-1 in terms of shot attempts. And 4-0 in terms of shots on target. Again, Ben Valkenburg has been really good in between the posts. The Saratoga Springs native completed his sophomore season at Division III King's College with a career 1.2 goals against in nearly 30 appearances. Shockers have registered, that's 4 goalkeepers. Tyler Brennan, who's a regular, 4th season with the organization. They're previously with Russell Sage, a Division III program, and Siena. Alexander McLaughlin was registered as well, a St. John's product, finishing up his final season with the Red Storm and a 117 goals against. Again, this is all listed on the squatty page. And then a 4th keeper, Alexander Bocanfuso. Mera. Certainly the right, not his favorite. Loves getting onto that left peg and swinging them in. Certainly your classic modern-day winger. Left-footed right side, invert, cut in, and score. But on the right, not quite getting the swerve. And a really nice crowd here as well, especially almost the stands packed on this entire right side, this near side of Reese Stadium. Good strong header as well. And the referee's going to bring this back for a foul, not the one where Adu gets clattered, but Mera, who's a little slow to get up. Really impressed thus far. A player that's also familiar playing at this level. Played with Hartford City FC a couple of seasons. I believe he was on that 23 team that won a conference title. Gave FC Motown everything that they could handle. Actually, no, not 23. No, it was the 23 season where he got there. They got him to extra time for losing and added extra time in the East Region semifinals. Yeah, it was 23 because 24 was the Shockers who won the conference title and got all the way to the national quarterfinals. That was a crazy conference championship match as a whistle. That'll be on Taleb. And the Shockers winning on penalties 1-1 after 120 minutes, and a penalty kick that was taken by Hartford City's Colin Goodhines deemed no goal, but after looking back on the video, it actually hit the inside stanchion of the goal well past the goal line. But you cannot go back at VAR well after the fact. And the Shockers then knock off Westchester United, a very shorthanded Shockers team that evening. Get all the way to the East Region final. They got off to a great start in that 2024 season, and they've gotten off to a great start here this year. By the way, I just want to take another moment for New Haven United to thank its partners for this 2026 season, Torco, Frutigman, and Billings Advanced Endodontics of New Haven, and Frank Esposito and Sons Cleaning Services. We appreciate their support through the entirety of the 2026 season. And if you want to join us down here at Reese Stadium or the University of New Haven, where New Haven United will host a couple of their matches, make sure to head over to New Haven United's social pages to get information to buy tickets. Germano into space, Adu. Quickly get away before Yusuf Okine was there. Seeing now Okine has dropped in a little bit more centrally. He was operating more on the wing. Almeida into the box. That's towards Taleb, onto the left, goes down, but there's nothing there. Bosic keeps it alive. And now New Haven's starting to probe here. Looking for that second, and the way that they've operated here in this first half, they should be up by a couple of goals. This is hit towards Almeida, and he scores! Oh, what a header from Lucas Almeida in the 34th minute. And New Haven United, most deserving of the lead. They have doubled it with just over 10 to play in the half.
Come on, Ali, I need more from you today. Come on.
New Haven United FC goal scored in the 34th minute by number 7, Lucas Almeida.
It was an inch-perfect ball once again by that man, Guillermo Mira, pinging it to the back post, and Almeida, who's coming off of a fabulous season for Siena, the MAC tournament champions, a year where Almeida put together a 10-goal, 5-assist campaign across 18 matches. I mean, you think about it, he basically was a goal or an assist in every game in the regular season, and then you play a handful of contests after that. And Siena, who took Seton Hall all the way to penalties in the NCAA tournament. This is going to be a team with the front runners that are going to be very exciting. And already Almeida, as well as Mera and Taleb. That's going to be as good of a three you'll see anywhere in the NPSL, or frankly anywhere in pre-professional soccer. And New Haven continuing now to build out of the back. Of course, you add players at the caliber of Vasic on the ball and Laura, numbers of players that we haven't even seen start to get warm. You have the likes of Renford Morgan back for his second season, Juan Ribeiro, who another one of those talented players from the Hartford Athletic Academy who actually appeared in first-team matches in his career. There's class up and down this roster. Mero once again fine-tuning the orchestra, but he tried to Jimmy past 4 in the process, gives it away. Right now, the Shockers just look lost in terms of how are they going to break through this New Haven team, and nearly forced a mistake as Taleb right on top of the keeper, and that's a high one as they do coming through, and this is going to be a yellow card, it looks like. It's a high tackle, but our referee, who immediately has the card out, will issue it to Solomon Adu in the 37th minute.
The referee has issued a yellow card to New Haven's number 17, Solomon Adu, in the 37th minute.
It was high, and Adu certainly had a qualm about it, but the referee was right on top of it, and he'll go into the book. That's our first yellow card of the evening. But yeah, the Shockers, I mean, first off, you cannot be playing the ball squarely inside your own 6 and have the goalkeeper be trapped on his own end line and trying to ping a pass. Probably learning after the first 35 minutes that you need to get it off your foot quick if you're going to build out. Well, New Haven have also done really well here. They have just not allowed the Shockers to build and play out of the back and launch out of the back, because they're a team, as I mentioned, they will hit the channels a lot. They do have the familiar players that they want up front to run into those areas, but they haven't even been given the liberty to do that. Good pressing by Germano to win it, and now here's Hendricks. Good tackle, though, by Ali. Maybe a chance here for the visitors to break with Rowan Slater. Little 1-2. Slater, he goes down. That's a free kick in a good area. And now this is going to be a yellow card on Hendricks for his tackle. And it's one of those that probably in the position the referee thinking there's not much of an attempt played on the ball. There's just more on the man. And now a chance here for the visitors to maybe get one against the run of play a little bit.
The referee has issued a yellow card in the 39th minute of the match. Yellow card assessed to New Haven United's number 5, Ulysses Hendricks.
So now it's going to be really interesting to see here how Shockers will go about in terms of who gets priority on this set piece. It's O'Kine that's standing over it. You also have Ben Bitton in the area. Haven, meanwhile, are going to operate with 5 in the wall here. This is the first time Christian Rodriguez has had anything to do over the course of the match's first 40 minutes. There's a lot of net off to his left. It's O'Kine from a hat trick a week ago, trying to get New York back into this. And right before halftime, it'd be a great moment to do so, but he misses it wide. And he went to the goalie side of the wall. I don't mind that from that area. Obviously, you're trying to pass it around the wall, see if you can catch the goalie cheating, going to his near post. That's not all that far off, but one from that sort of distance, you need to ask a question of the keeper. If nothing else, force a stop. Rodriguez, a young product, someone who is coming up through the Connecticut United Academy team in MLS Next. We'll be going up to the University of Vermont in the fall, who once again got into the NCAA tournament last year, a year removed from winning the whole thing. Also, Rodriguez, to my understanding and research, a Guatemalan youth international at the under-20 level, or at least has been called into camps before. So bringing that international pedigree, which means once again New Haven United with players who have played with their youth national teams. Trent DeBruna doing so last year. Well, New Haven will certainly know they've been good for their 2-goal advantage here in this first half, but cannot switch off, knowing that New York, if they can pull one back before halftime, they'll be right in it. As Vasic gets hit late, and the referee is going to bring this one back for a yellow card. And this is going to be on the Shockers, Abus Muhammad Ali in the 42nd minute.
The referee has issued a yellow card in the 42nd minute to New York Shockers number 19, Abus Muhammad Ali.
Well, for a match that was pretty smooth sailing over the first 36 minutes or so, 3 yellow cards in the space of the last 5 minutes. New Haven a set piece that's deflected by the man that just picked up a yellow. This will be a handball, and it's on Ali. Oh, and well, you see where the spot that whistle came. It is just a foot or two outside the penalty area. Still with the sun setting, and actually this is in one of those positions here where the goalie will be slightly put off by it. The sun sets off to our right, but a little bit more on this near side behind the side field house. So if you're Vasic, you can swing this into an area. Everyone forward here for the hosts, bar a couple of defenders. It's Vasic to take, and it's one that you would love back. Again, the Shockers insistent from trying to build out of the back. Once again, New Haven just happy to win back possession in a good area, but Bradley Warren comes away with it. There's an advantage being played. Scarano was screaming for it on the opposite side of the field, but the ball never got to him. We'll say this, number 23 for the Shockers, in terms of the players on the field today, the longest tenured player with the organization, now in season number 6. He is really yet to see the ball in any sort of an area, as Vasic almost actually got to that one. That was just a slack pass through the midfield. But now here's Bradley Warren. He's got one in the area. Warren across, no one at the back post. New Haven getting let off with that. Ball served across and cleared away. Now it's Slater. Now Scarano. We hit the 45th minute, but the flag comes up. And Scarano just looks across and says, "What, me?" I didn't quite think that he was the one that was in an offside position, but maybe he was from earlier in the sequence nonetheless. New Haven, that was the first real sign going forward on the counter from the visitors. And a little bit more of a dedicated run into the 6-yard box. Probably think New York gets one back. New Haven were carved open on this near side. Muhammad not able to get there. O'Kine goes back home. Muhammad again doing the ball-winning duties. It's only just a few seconds to go before first half stoppage time. Taleb shot blocked down, flag stays down, and there's Malik Sams right on the stroke of halftime to make it 3 for the hosts. It was a deflected effort that no one chased Sams, and he opens his account in NPSL play.
New Haven United FC goal in the 45th minute, scored by number 2, Malik Sam.
Well, over the course of this first half, you can most certainly say that New Haven have been more than good for this 3-goal advantage. Obviously, the Shockers trying to get something right before the end of the half and creating a couple of chances, one from a set piece, one from the run of play. But the hosts right now in cruise control. Goals from 2 of their front men, and Mara and Almeida, and then Sams gets his first. As we are into stoppage time, didn't get a signal from the official. Can't imagine that there would be a ton of stoppage time. However, we did have the 3 yellow cards and the 3 goals. So I'd have to imagine there'd be at least a couple of minutes. Whistle that will be brought back here. Another free kick. Or excuse me, it's going to be a drop ball coming. Once again, the ball's hit our center referee. It's happened twice now in this first half. And he's kind of shaking off the cobwebs a little bit. There's a shot attempt to summarize 45 minutes for the Shockers. That was one that was snatched at and was not necessary in the build-up. That's just one that's just taken purely out of frustration. And the referee will blow for halftime, and it's certainly a 45 minutes here at Reese Stadium that New Haven United enjoyed in front of their fans for the first time this year. 3 goals across the frame, 1 each coming from Mara, Lucas Almeida, and Malik Sams. We'll step aside from commentary. We'll rejoin you in about 15 minutes from now for the second half, as you're watching NPSL Soccer right here on the New Haven United FC YouTube page.
All right, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2
to Reese Stadium on the campus of Yale University. We're just a few moments away from the start of the second half here as they reset the scoreboard. It is New Haven who lead New York by 3-0. Goals coming in the first half from Guillermo Lucas Almeida and then Malik Sams right on the stroke of halftime. It was New Haven United who made a couple of changes from their group after the end of the first half to begin here the second. Both make sense. Both players on yellow cards as Ulysses Hendricks and Solomon Adu each exit the match. Renford Morgan, who wears 8, and Johan Bermudez, who wears number 18. The Sacred Heart University Pioneer comes on. JJ Duke here with you. If I'm at a little bit out of breath, it's because I was sprinted up the stairs from downstairs to get the substitutions, and also to kindly ask the fourth official, and he is so gracious to be able to do so, to make sure to signal how many minutes of stoppage time there is in the second half. It is New Haven United, again, donning the red jerseys for the first time in organization history at home, going from left to right on their screen. And the Shockers certainly hearing the words ringing from their coaching staff after halftime, going from right to left in their yellow attire, and that's a bit of a high one from Malik Sams. Dangerous head back as well, but a good composure from Benjamin Van Valkenburg as he picks it up, and now a whistle to stop play. Seth Scarano has gone down. That was from that last clash with Sams. It was an honest 50-50. But Sams scoring in just his second match of the program, completing his junior season. As we'll take a look at it here. It's just a ball that it's an honest tackle, a little bit of a high foot. But you can understand why the referee just elected to play on. That'll be a drop ball back to the goalkeeper. But yeah, going to be very interested to see now how New York attacks the second half. The sun still very much a factor off to our left, and the wind still very much at the backs, but now of New York after New Haven enjoyed that experience in the first 45 minutes. New York started to show some signs of life late in that first half. Had a free kick opportunity just outside the area that Yusuf Okine bent around a 5-man wall, but went to the goalie's side of the post to his right and just went wide of the mark. And then Okine and the number 9, Brandon DeCosta, were able to link up on the right channel and send a low cross across the box, but no one was there to tap it at the back post. And then Sams, shortly after, was able to bundle the ball over the line for the 3-0 lead. But here's Okine. The flag is up. And a very tentative take from Christian Rodriguez. As he again saw even the net rippling behind him, how windy it is. Now New Haven will go direct, and it's Renford Morgan, his first action, player that's in his second season with the organization, from Windsor, Connecticut. A commanding figure in the midfield. Marrow with the skill into the area, draws 3 and nearly gets past all of them. But well defended by Rude Apollon. Now the visitors will look to break. And now there's options here for Bradley Warren. Warren will try his luck from distance, and he got that one all wrong. And he looks back at the referee as well to say where the foul was in that one, and not really much in that, to be fair. Now, if you're going to try a shot, and I don't mind the shot attempt in that case because both of his options on either side were cut off for the passing lanes, but if you're going to strike, striking from 35 yards out is, again, kind of what we had at the end of the first half from Apollon, just striking wildly from 30 yards out. That's composure by Rodriguez, playing it out like that, and it's going to work out here. Here's Bermudez. He gets that one all wrong, looking for Almeida through the middle. That front three of Almeida, Taleb, and Mera, boy, good luck trying to defend that, because they all bring something different to the table. And then you add Bermudez into the mix, who wears 18. A couple of assists for Sacred Heart in his first season for the Greenwich, Connecticut native. And then you got Morgan, who will just go into tackles with great tenacity like that. This is as deep of a team you can ask for at this level. And still, this is just the second match of the season, so there are levels to come for this organization. And a team who won the North Atlantic Conference title as the #2 seed last year, going through the semifinals, defeating New York by 2-1, then knocking off Hartford City at home. Again, an organization who had been in NPSL since 2017, but no longer in action in NPSL, which probably for the state of having soccer at this level, the pre-professional level, where clubs tend to come and go, a team that has been around for nearly a decade, it is very much a sorry sight to see them go away, as that's a dangerous ball into the area and a late tackle, but enough of the ball won by Warren, and now the visitors can break. As Bermuda is getting stuck in there. But yet to finish the point, kind of disappointing to see Hartford City go, because again, you don't have too many teams in the men's or the women's level in pre-professional soccer to be around for nearly a decade. So we hope whatever is going on over there, that they're going to be back soon. We want them back soon. We want teams, especially here, local. It built as a very nice rivalry last year between the teams that played 3 times. You want the stability. Here comes a chance now for O'Kine. Can he get there? He can. Actually did well to keep it on, but comfortable for Agnaldo Germano to take it away. But we also welcome, with the departure of Hartford City, the newcomers in AC Newport and the Santa Cruz outfit, who at last check, they were leading 2-1 to Osners inside the final 10 minutes of that match. That was down at King's College in the Boroughs. As Osners last year played the majority of their matches at St. John's, but now kind of roving around Queens. This into the channel here, a chance now for a runner. It's Marcelo Michael. Now with Rowan Slater. Just with the one player in the area, pings this into a good spot at the back post. O'Kine was there, and it's played behind out for a corner. That's the right area. Looking for someone to run onto that ball. A chance here for the Shockers, who have started out better in this second half. They did come out of the gate pretty well in the first half, but need to show a little something, and now they're asking a question or two. Keeper stays home as Apollon, who gets up. Still on here. That's just taken off by Bitton. Recover, though, for DaCosta. Can he get there? But well shielded by Sams. Leaves a little something afterwards, and it's out for a goal kick. The referee is going to have a word as well for Brandon DaCosta, after he and Malik Sams exchanging not so pleasantries. And now the referee is going to have more words. But in fact, it looks like New Haven United are going to be making a couple of changes here in the 54th minute.
New Haven United FC substitutions in the 54th minute, exiting the match. Number 7, Lucas Almeida. Number 2, Malik Sams. Entering the match, number 19, Andres Becerra. And number 16, Benjamin Fogarty.
So you see Fogarty coming on, as well as Becerra here in the 54th minute. Taking off Almeida, who put in a really good effort here on this Sunday evening with the second of the 3 goals. And Sams as well, coming off. Sure, the shot from that angle was needed, but certainly had a thought there from Rodriguez if he had his near post covered. That was from Abus Muhammad Ali. So again, confirmation of those changes off Sams and Almeida, on Fogarty and Becerra. Just 3 subs left here for New Haven. That's Kwan Hibero, Jason Price, and Gianluca Trastulli. And then the two field player subs that New York have available are Gus Wilmore and Godfred Vasiji, as there's a mix-up here in the back, but it will be covered by Van Valkenburg, and he'll just clear his lines. And then you have the reserve goalkeeper in Tyler Brennan. And Fogarty now into space. He's got Mara making a run to the channel. Just a little bit too much on it. Polland does well to recover. But then taken away by Fogarty, and still everyone's forward. Fogarty's cross cut down. He might have a second chance at it. Fogarty to the back post. In fact, just a little bit too much on it, as now Becerra will run it down. Still everybody there for New Haven. Here's Muhammad looking for Mara, and that's a really good leap. I'm just not able to connect onto it. It'll be a throw here for the Shockers. Fogarty, who just came into the match, immediately taking his boot and shin guard off. I think also having to readjust the insole in his boot as well, but it seems like he is all right. So Becerra, the Iona product, first season with the Gales, got to the semifinals before losing to Lucas Almeida and Siena. Player who applied his trade previously at NYCFC Academy out of Port Chester, New York. Everyone was looking at the referee, but no whistle. We play on. Morgan, dangerous, but comes away with it. And that's going to be brought back for a foul, but this on Renford Morgan. And you can see, well, just off of your picture, Claudice Capillari in that white hat of his, not happy about the call. He nearly came onto the field, upset about the decision from the official. And he has to be happy by the way his team played over the course of the first 40 minutes of the half and then finished off strongly. Oh, the ref is going to bring this back for a foul on Germano. As going down was Brandon DaCosta, but it looked like DaCosta was kind of looking for that yellow. Nonetheless, he gets it, and it'll be a free kick here coming for the Shockers.
The referee has issued a yellow card in the 58th minute to New Haven United SC's number 25, Agnaldo Germano.
So Germanos is the third player for New Haven to pick up a yellow. And remember, the Shockers are going to be without a player, I should say, for this match today due to a yellow card that was picked up. That was to Samuel Greenberg, who appeared off the bench in each of the team's first two matches. And you still have the goal scorers on the field. O'Kine with the hat trick. Warren had a goal last week. Apollon scored in the opening day victory against American Soccer Club. Free kick now for Rowan Slater. Ball hit to the back post, but in fact goes by everybody, including Aiden Hallinan, who is close by. And New Haven will be let off the foot. So we'll see this back here. You can see on the replay, again, it's difficult in real time. We could just let it go from right here. That would be great. Yeah, so it's one of those where it's shoulder-to-shoulder type of thing. Yeah, just let it go from right there. That's great. And it's one where, yeah, there is contact, but the question is, was DaCosta already going to ground before it? Again, we have the benefit of seeing it in replay multiple times. There's now a takeaway here and a chance for New Haven, but a better tackle from Apollon. That's a good ball out wide to O'Kine, but again, facing back to goal. He's someone that loves to take and run. And here's a channel ball, and that's in a great area. Chance out for DaCosta to run. He'll lob the keeper and scores. Oh, it's a brilliant finish from Brandon DaCosta. And on the hour mark, the Shockers are on the board.
Goal for New York Shockers in the 60th minute by number 9, Brandon DaCosta.
I mean, this is a ball that's just clipped over the top, and with the keeper off of his line, once you see it float over, you're just hoping as the goalie keeps carrying over. But that is an outstanding finish from DaCosta. It's game again very much back on here. It's kind of a crazy thing in soccer where they say that the 2-goal scoreline is the worst type of lead to have. I'm actually in the belief that 3 is the worst, purely because especially where that lead comes about, especially where New York in this case got themselves into halftime, they can make the adjustments. If they start bright, they get a goal early, and yeah, the first 15 minutes of a half is still early enough. You can go for it. And then if a team that's defending that 3-goal lead had their foot off the gas, it's very hard to get back into rhythm and put the foot right back on it. But New Haven are on the front foot here. Little 1-2 out of the back is nicely built. Comes through to Taleb, but it's still poked away by Apollon. Mara ends up hitting it off the side of Vasic. And they'll go out for a goal kick. Yeah, so Brandon DaCosta with the goal, his first goal of the season. DaCosta, who appeared in 7 matches over the course of last season, did not register a goal. In fact, it was Yusuf Okine and Ruud Apollon each scoring a pair of goals to lead the team. To put it into context, Guillermo Mera had 4 in just a handful of matches played for New Haven. And here come the visitors again. And there's numbers here. So Okine making a late run into the area. This goes short instead to Warren, and it's over the bar. New York are finding something here with still a half hour left to go in this one. As you see it again, stretching was Warren, had enough time to actually sort that out and get a shot off. And New Haven again for a first 40 minutes who started so brightly and it dominated, but the field flips, and literally it flips because New Haven have the sun in their face and the wind in their face. New York trying to go for broke here. And they're going to go again now with the boost Muhammad Ali. He's got DaCosta in the area, and also streaking forward is Warren, that's Bitten with the effort save from Rodriguez. Still on here as it's poked away, and Rodriguez will recover. Ben Bitten with his first good look on goal. A native of Munich, Germany, who played for Siena last fall. But yeah, New Haven now really have to find another gear here to get themselves back going, because New York, a team who, by the way, recovered a few points from losing positions last year. They earned 6 points in the regular season from trailing positions over the course of a match, including winning a couple of times, or winning once and drawing 3 times. And you already started away from home in your first 3 matches, and you won 2. Getting anything from today would feel like a win. And any points after the first 6, you're living with that as a big switch over the top here for Okine. This will not hold up and be out for a goal kick. And with Claudice Capillari already making 4 of his 7 changes available to him this evening, it's one of those where how early do you go to the well? And the players available, Juan Ribeiro, Jason Price, and Gianluca Trastoli. And those are Ribeiro, a bit more of an attacking option, but you have more defensive options. That's a poor pass. Aiden Hallinan picks it up. He's Okine with him. Okine goes down, and it's a penalty. Penalty coming to the Shockers. It's Yusuf Muhammad, who's clumsy in defense. And it comes after a giveaway out of the back. Yeah, and that's a stonewall penalty. Absolute stonewall penalty from Mohammed. Sure, maybe you could say that Okine goes down a little softly, but you always say you never want to leave it up to the official to make a decision. And now here's Ben Bitten, who just a few moments ago hit a sharp shot right at Christian Rodriguez. Now a chance here to get his team within 1 with still 25 minutes left to go. bitten to try and give his team certainly that extra motivation and try and get all the way back in this. A goal just a couple of moments ago from Brandon DaCosta, but now can it be a one-goal game with 25 minutes to go? It is! The Shockers are most certainly climbing the wave, and they're right back in this game with not all that long left to go.
New York Shockers goal in the 65th minute, scored by number 10, Ben Bittman.
And folks, that is the beauty of this sport. It is a game of two halves. And New Haven right now, who make another change, is Tristuli will come on in the 66th minute. They need to find some sort of energy here. And I believe it's Agnaldo Germano who is sitting on that yellow card who comes off. And Tristuli will now see this one out here.
New Haven United FC substitution in the 66th minute. Exiting the match, number 25, Agnaldo Germano, and entering the contest, number 13, Gianluca Trastulli.
And you have to wonder as well, did any guidance come from the bench up 3-1? You knew that the Shockers were going to be pressing. Do you go a little bit more direct? Of course, Academy Soccer would say, no, you build from the back, but just to weather 5 or 10 minutes of the contest and try to see if you launch a couple of balls over the top, you win 1 or 2 second phases, and you can get back to playing your style of soccer. New Haven, that last goal coming from building out of the back and a giveaway in a dangerous area, but as I say that, Brentford Morgan takes it away. Now Muhammad forward, looking for Taleb. Bitton again, the goal scorer, getting in a tangle with Taleb. That's going to be a foul, and a free kick, as now DaCosta's won a few of those. And you can hear from downstairs some of the New York coaches asking, how is that not a foul? I'll probably have to imagine the explanation for the referee is that's Trastuli's first. And only there is he getting away with it. Again, the Shockers come forward with O'Kine. O'Kine dinking that one in, but it's just wide. Actually ended up being a little bit closer than Christian Rodriguez would have liked. Nonetheless, a goal kick. Again, see, this is good here. You can hear the yells from the coaching staff saying, get up the field if you're New Haven and just launch it forward. It's good strength from Taleb to win it, and now here's Mera carrying forward. He's got Fogarty coming behind him. Mera across for Taleb, behind for a corner. See, that's the thing here in a situation like this. Get the ball forward and into space. Relieve a little bit of pressure from your own defense and playing out of the back. You'll see if you can find yourself a goal, or at least a little bit of sustained pressure over 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, I guess.
Into the 70th minute, but before that, see some fluids and some instructions sent over to Brandon DaCosta, who scored an absolute worldie of a goal. Mera will take this set piece. Instead he goes short to Fogarty. Mera. Not what he would have wanted from that area. Out for a goal kick with 20 minutes to go. Shockers only have just a couple of substitute options available, but I am looking down below off to our left. There are a couple of players that are starting to get loose. You'd be strategic when you bring on those players, as Mera dances past two and he's off to the races, and that's going to be a yellow card. Ben Bitton will now go into the referee's book, and it'll be a free kick here.
The referee has issued a yellow card in the 70th minute to New York's number 10, Ben Bitton.
Well, Bitton with a goal from the spot. Doesn't have an assist, but has a yellow card, so basically we're 2/3 of the way to a soccer version of a Gordie Howe hat trick. Free kick that is a little too far away for Bosic to strike a goal. They're going to commit bodies forward here. In fact, there's only one player behind Bosic, and that is Trastuli. Mohamed into the area looking for Renford Morgan. Yusuf able to win it back in a good area. That is just crunching clearance from Ruud Appelon. That is old school defending at its finest. Doesn't have to be pretty, just effective. The back post cross Van Valkenburg takes. Really well sought to there by the towering goalie out of Saratoga Springs. He'll play quick into the channel, again looking for DaCosta. Trastuli. Oh, he does really well to earn a goal kick. I mean, that is brave to be playing with the ball on your own end line. We'll see this here. Just run it in real time. This is very cheeky, to say the least, but it does work. And now a big pocket here for Bermudez to come into. That was a bit late, but the referee says play. Mera. Taleb. Defender goes down. Free kick in a good area. It was Aiden Hallinan who left his feet. So I wonder there, in watching the replay, you can go ahead and let it go now. There's definite ball there, but I think there's a bit of the jersey that gets tugged right before that. And I think that's what the referee spots here. But nonetheless, now a chance for Mera to step over and maybe give his team back a 2-goal lead. Now, we saw New York in almost the exact same position last half, use Yusuf Okine to bend it around the wall to the goalie's right. The Shockers will put 5 in the wall, 1 behind it, and then Ali just trying to get some sort of space. But Mera already on a goal and an assist. And he gets another. Oh my! Take a bow, Guillermo Mera. That is outstanding. And New Haven are back in front by 2 goals.
New Haven United FC goal! His second of the night, scored by number 10, Guillermo Mera!
And the referee has also issued a yellow card to the bench of New York as well, in argument of the protestation of the foul. Nonetheless, it's a goal that will be remembered for a long time, as now New York are going to make their first change as Gus Wilmore comes on. And I believe that is Marcelo Michael who's going to come off.
Substitution for the New York Shockers, entering the match, number 3, Gus Wilmore. Substitution for New Haven United FC in the 75th minute, exiting the match, number 9, Ali Taleb. He'll be replaced by number 11, Koan Ibero. And substitution for New Haven United, entering the match number 12, Jason Price. Exiting the match number 3, Yusuf Mohammed.
Apologies for going off commentary for just a little bit longer than anticipated. There was a trio of changes that came on as I had to announce Gus Wilmore coming off in the coming on the 74th minute, and Juan Hibero and Jason Price entering in the 75th and 76th minute. So New Haven are out of subs here. Hour left to go here. New Haven, well, again, this comes all the way after that beautiful free kick goal from Guillermo Mera. A half volley and a free kick. So I was about to then say, for the types of goals that he scored, from that sort of distance, free kick just outside the area, you can either do what O'Kine did, which is try to place it around the wall low. You can absolutely try to smash it in the same area, basically like Odian Igalo, or you can do what Mera did, is try to bend clip it around the wall and hope that the keeper doesn't get a great read on it. And it was the latter. Ross, that's cut out. Trastulli firing up his defense. It will be a corner kick to come now for New York. See it here. It's just great defending. This is a 6-goal thriller to open up the home campaign for New Haven. Near post ball that got blocked before it got through. Clearance ahead, looking for Bermudez, doesn't get home. However, Hibero almost intercepting. He'll now come back with Seth Scarano. That's a dangerous ball that Morgan's able to read. And now is Hibero, and he's got two ahead of him. Bermudez could turn it around the corner. He almost did, but Price was not able to be right there. But now it's Bermudez who takes it. He bounces off Scarano. But a sliding tackle of the best from Bradley Ward. If he doesn't get that right, he's likely off. Instead, it's off to the races here for Rowan Slater. He's able to keep it on, but there's Jack Laura showing that professional pedigree that he's played with over the last couple of years. And just good composure from Morgan out of the back, knowing there's no need to press. He can just build with Vasic. Rodriguez, I'll tell you, it's the new age of goalkeeping now. You have to be comfortable with the ball at your feet. 20 years ago, you're never having, I mean, even 15 years ago, you're never having a keeper do step overs on the end line inside your own 6. And now it leads to a big switch for Hibero, and he's got two with him. Bermudez, little 1-2. Kawani's got a big switch. Couldn't go that way, instead of falls to Vasic. Now Becerra. Near post, spilled, but recovered by Van Valkenburg. But again, we've seen it from New York. A couple of quick goals, one from DaCosta, then one from Bitton from the spot. They're not out of this. In a team with a winning mentality already this season. Give them a lifeline. They might have one more, and it could be right now. Free kick coming.
Two on the wall. My line.
Before we step off, we will let you know the next matches that will be coming up for New Haven United, both home and away. But we will see this free kick before then.
Parker. Right. Half step right. Pass up right.
It will be the second of the two goal scorers bitten to take it. You've been treated tonight to a number of great finishes from both of these teams over the course of this evening's contest. Hope you've enjoyed it here on the New Haven United FC YouTube page. As Bitten will swing this, takes a deflection, and it's game back on. Once again, Ben Bitten bringing his team up from a 2-goal deficit, and now it's a 1-goal game with 10 minutes to go.
New York Shockers goal in the 81st minute, scored by number 10, Ben Bitten. His second of the night.
Seven goals here in this, the season home opener for New Haven United. That ball was served in the area you want to put it to, into that corridor where the keeper obviously has to make a choice. Rodriguez electing to stay home, which was the right decision. The ball just takes a deflection. And again, New Haven out of substitutes. So no tactical changes left. They kind of have to roll with what they have on the field. With one of those key attackers, and Ali Taleb, been substituted a few minutes ago. That ball ladled through, looking for Renford Morgan. Price able to take this. He's got an option in the middle. Price now with 2, squares it, but to no one. And also with Lucas Almeida, who got subbed off in the 54th minute when New Haven were leading by 3-0. Not to say that attacking options aren't there on the field, but it certainly is not of the caliber to what New Haven had enjoyed in the first half. And a little bit in the second half. Again, one more time, we'd like to show our appreciation to partners of New Haven United FC over the course of the 2026 season. Torco, Frudigming, and Billings, Advanced Endodontics of New Haven, and Frank Esposito and Sons Cleaning Services. We appreciate your support over the course of this 2026 season. New Haven United Soccer in their second season in the NPSL after their inaugural campaign was a special one, coming through and winning the North Atlantic Conference Championship. Three goals from the hosts in the first half. 2 from the Shockers early in the second half before Guillermo Merida got his second, and then we just had a second goal from Ben Bitten. And here is Gus Wilmore. Good work from Merida in his own penalty area. And he's got a big switch. Set goes short with Price. And New Haven need to value the ball right now. Price trying to play big to Ribeiro, who's also trying to go big, and it's going to work out to Bermudez. Johan Bermudez onto his right. Saved by Van Valkenburg. Yeah, so this is where New Haven, you can appreciate the attacking style of soccer, but they need to start valuing the ball a little bit here when they're in possession and just try and see the game out here. That one hurt. Trastulli nearly lost his leg off the peg of Benjamin Fogarty. And I don't know if you heard that one, but that one rang up here. It's a good pocket pass to Morgan, and now there's gaps. This is what happens when you value the ball. You force your opponents to press a little bit, who have had to chase a lot. Wall coming back in this game. Ribeiro with the overlap. Ball squared, cleared away. Another look at it. Big block. But yeah, you value possession right now. The gaps will be there, and New Haven could look for what may be a necessary 5th goal. Merida with the skill. Pollen with a good header away. A good talk from Vosic, and you can understand he's wearing the same jersey of Alexi Armas from a year ago, who's playing with Westchester in USL League One. He brings that calm ability in the midfield. Oh, good tackle. Really well done from Ribeiro. However, it nearly worked to DaCosta, but a better slide in there from Becerra. Mara, he's got the diagonal. Set outside of the foot to Bermudez. You wonder if the instructions are being sent out to the players and the players are just not hearing them. New Haven, I mean, you appreciate going for the fifth, put the game to bed, especially the way that both of these teams have gone forward. But keep ball a little bit if you're New Haven, and if you're the Shockers, you're saying, fine, stretch the game as much as you want because we're going to have the same amount of chances going the other way. Mara needs help. No one checking to him, but he does well to earn the throw, and this will be the last sub as Godfred Basiji will come on.
Substitution for New York Shockers in the 86th minute. Entering the match, number 8, Godfred Basiji.
Bosage committing the foul. About 4 minutes left to go, but this is a bit of an unfortunate one as Seth Scarano is down on the field. Now the Shockers do have an available player on the bench, but it's the backup goalkeeper in Tyler Brennan. But it's one of those moments here where it is a cramp, it looks like, for Scarano. But any injuries for the Shockers, you have to wonder, can Brennan put on a field player jersey and see out any minutes? If you're New Haven, you don't have any liberties. Any injuries means that's done. And I believe it is going to, in fact, be Tyler Brennan, who I think is going to have to come on the field.
I think he probably, like, sprained
This
his
is not the
ankle or
sight that you
something.
want if you are Seth Scarano. Yeah, and the athletic trainer is going to be asked to come onto the field here, and this is going to add a few minutes of stoppage time on.
Wait. Why don't you just ask someone?
Now, I mean, often enough, as a field player, you do join in on some of the finishing moves in practice, or at least you can work on some distribution out of the back, or just the way that academy players are built up. You can work on your footwork, but coming in as a goalkeeper to put on a field player jersey, that is something that you don't really see all that often. But that does mean that both teams will be out of substitutions, and we are going to have a period of time added on to additional time. We've had 4 goals scored in the second half, a number of subs, and this being a bit of a longer injury, and we seriously hope that it's nothing too serious for Seth. And we'll get to see him back out on the field really soon. One of the longer-term serving players for this New York Shockers team. He is not able to put much weight onto his right foot. He also has to take off the captain's armband. But it is going to be Tyler Brennan who's going to come onto the field for the last 100 seconds or so of regulation, and then a period of extra time.
Substitution for New York. Exiting the match, number 23, Seth Scarano. Entering the match, number 20, Tyler Brennan.
And I think the real question right now is how much time are we going to have added on here, because there's going to be a fair bit of it. But with the Shockers knowing also that all they need is a goal, you can go for it. Foul on the Shockers. At this stage in the match as well, anytime you have a chance, if you're New Haven, to slow things down, you're going to do it. A big switch as well from Trastuli, done ever so well by Ibero to keep it on. And he beats the man as well. Bermudez. Well tackled away, though. And it's Apollon who clears. Dooley once again going direct. Channel ball, DaCosta trying to chase after it. And now New Haven can look to break. There will be 4 minutes of stoppage time added here in the second half. New Haven still looking to break for the 5th.
The referee has indicated there will be a minimum of 4 minutes of second half stoppage time.
And now here comes New York on the counter. DaCosta, again, he got the scoring started with a cheeky lob from 30 plus. And New Haven just electing to knock it out from the back, and here comes Bradley Warren. Again, he'll try his luck from distance, and Rodriguez, ooh, that's one that will make the New Haven fans a little nervy, but it works out as he'll just kill time. Now do remember, you do have just the 8 seconds, because this is a rule that I believe we'll see in college soccer next year. It's been implemented across the world at the professional stages, but once the goalkeeper picks the ball up and is settled, you have 8 seconds to release the ball. That could be just drop the ball at your feet. But there will be no more of the time wasting. The goalies will get the notification from the referee saying 5. He'll put his hands up and count down. For those unfamiliar in NPSL, that is a new rule. Channel ball, O'Kine has gotten through, and Rodriguez again in a position to make himself big. He forces it out for a goal kick. The Shockers should not be in any rush to take this here. They can get everybody forward. Remember, they also have a substitute goalkeeper in Tyler Brennan on the field for Seth Scarano, but you practice these as well in terms of having a goalie up there instead. In this case, it's just Brennan up in the mixer. It'll be O'Kine to take it as we are almost entering in the 3rd minute of stoppage time of 4 listed by our referee. O'Kine. Keeper gets a hand to it. Bosic just pops it up into the air. But now it'll be a foul and a free kick for New York as Morgan goes to the back of Gottfried Basigi. And Rowan Slater will give this off here for Bradley Warren. And once again, Warren can keep everybody forward. We are in the final 90 seconds here of stoppage time. In New York, we're down as many as 3-0 entering the second half. Could they climb all the way back to go 4-4? The flick on is a good one, and it's deflected wide. Smart by Bosic just to head it out. Final minute of stoppage time. It's now or never here for the Shockers. Once again, Rodriguez spills and eventually takes. I'll be candid in saying it's not the most convincing goalkeeping in the world, but it's good enough. However, not a lot of distance on that punt forward. Effective nonetheless, as Vasic will chase. Pollen to head it ahead. Becerra just safely clears it into touch. 30 seconds now left of the 4 added on by the referee. And a foul throw has been called. My goodness. It's the 2nd foul throw of the match. You hardly ever see it called these days, but it was called. And New Haven now will play into space. We are now past the 4 minutes of what the referee put on, so it's at his discretion. Oh, that's a late one from Morgan, a free kick coming. It'll be a card as well, and now the Shockers can just put everybody forward here. This will be the last moment of the match.
The referee has issued a yellow card in second half stoppage time to New Haven United's number 8, Renford Morgan.
So likely this will be the last moment here, and I'm a little surprised that the Shockers are not sending everybody into the box. Basigi is the one that's still back. Still, nonetheless, 6 to aim for in the penalty area. O'Kine also a short option. New Haven just will look to clear and see the final whistle come. It's not a bad ball, a foul on New York, and that should just about do it. It's really any second from our official at this point, as we are now into the 6th minute of second half stoppage time. What was originally scheduled for 4. The referee has whistle to mouth. It's a 7-goal thriller in the home opener for New Haven United, but they come out with 3 points, knocking off New York Shockers by 4 goals to 3.
That is the final here from Race Stadium on the campus of Yale University. It is New Haven United FC 4, New York Shockers 3. Fans, thank you so much for your support of New Haven United FC Soccer in this, the home opener of the 2026 season in NPSL play. Make sure to follow us on all of our social media platforms, and we'll hope to see you next time.
That was the final game, too.
So that is going to do it here for us from New Haven, Connecticut. Thank you for joining us here on this, what has been a chaotic home opener for New Haven United. 2 goals from Guillermo Merida, a goal each from Lucas Almeida and Malik Sams. 2 goals from Ben Bitton and a goal from Brandon DaCosta make it interesting, but it is New Haven United who come through with the victory. Our next home game, by the way, that'll be at the University of New Haven on Saturday, May the 30th, as American Soccer Club New York take on New Haven United FC. That'll be scheduled for a 7 p.m. kickoff. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will talk to you next time as New Haven United knock off New York Shockers by 4 goals to 3.